What's up? This is Issa Joher, and today I'll be bringing one of my new PvP builds for Shadow of the Hists DLC, which I decided to call OverKill because how strong this build is in solo play and group play. It's probably one of my favorite builds. I still like playing the Smiter build, but I'm starting to like this one more than the Smiter build. So basically, let's start with the stats. So whenever we hit rally, we have almost 3600 weapon damage, 1200 recovery, 37k stamina, 2100 crit resistance, which is what you want to have for PvP. You want to have 2k and like 2 to 2.3k. And then we're running the Serpent Stone. So basically when I pop a pot, like my stats will be, I'll have like 44, 65 weapon damage, which becomes 5k when I proc the weapon damage enchant. The regen is almost 1400 on the front bar. Back bar we have 1600 regen. And now let's go through our armor sets. So we're running 4 alchemist pieces on the body. We're running necklace of agility and 2 agility and 5 hemjas. People would ask me like, hey, why are you running this set? The buff only lasts for like 3 seconds. But when you think about it, it's like Cyrodiil. There's a lot of things to kill, like a lot of things happen around you. You got engine guardians, you got storm atronarchs, you got a lot of pets, you got guards. So every time you kill something, it just refreshes it. Like when something dies, it just refreshes your buff. You're gonna have that 25% damage almost all the time. There were times where I would go and kill an engine guardian and instantly one-shot a player, like after I get the buff. So whenever we try, let's see. So right now we have our tooltip is 14 and 19k for Dawnbreaker of Smiting. So I'm just gonna go and hit this guard, and we're gonna kill him. The tooltip went into 21 and 28k. Like in Cyrodiil, with having that, that's a lot. You see, I'm getting the buff, it's just refreshing itself. Keeps refreshing itself all the time. That's why I've been enjoying this build. I've been able to hit people for like 16k non-crit Dawnbreakers and up to like 24k Dawnbreakers. So sometimes you'd be like, hey, the regen might be low for me. What you can do, which is it's a tip that I always give my viewers, is like, hey, always have 2 kinds of foods on your bar. So if you're getting in trouble, you pop this pot. I'm at 2400 regen, I'm gonna go line of sight a little bit. I get my stamina back up, and then I switch back to this food. And I go aggressive again, and start attacking people and all that stuff. Next thing. Let's go through our skill setup. It's kind of the same as I had for my Smiter build. We have biting jabs, we have blood craze, which is a really strong dot. People ask me like, hey, why don't you use rendering slashes? I tell them because jabs already does a 70% snare, and rendering slashes does like something like 40 or 50%. Javelin is a really good CC, and Steel Tornado is like an AoE execute whenever I hit a group of people with like a Dawnbreaker, and Vigor is the heal. This is the buff bar basically. We have Shuffle, Repentance, Mage Light. 3 reasons. Empower Dawnbreakers, Reveal Nightblades, take 50% less damage from stealth. Extended Ritual, Cleanse Dots, Rally, Heal, Werewolf for the stamina regeneration back bar. Next we'll go over our CP setup quickly. Since a lot of my abilities are dots, you got Blood Craze, Biting Jabs, Dawnbreaker, you kinda wanna split your points between Mighty and Thom. Have the highest in these two. Then you put 30 points to Precise Strikes and 3 Piercing. Next thing, you want to have about 53 resistance into the It's the critical resistance. I want to have more points into Hardy because a lot of players are stamina builds right now. Everybody's running that new Villageth sets that sometimes can hit you for like over 10k. So you want to have some mitigation to that. 15 to Elemental and 8 Thick-Skinned. Here, on this tree we have 28 into Sprinter. People be asking like, hey, why do you have points into Sprinter? Because I don't have any gap closer, so with this and 10% or 12% that I get from being an orc, it's really effective. I could run for a longer amount of times without running out of stamina. Like, I don't use any gap closers in my build because sometimes you would gap close into a loading screen, sometimes you gap close into a group, and then you get sniped and instantly die. So I kind of want to be aware of my situation in the battle, like, okay, I'm running, let's see what's happening around me. That's why I don't use any gap closer. You have 11 points to Magician for Extended Ritual and for your Magicka. 70 points into Recovery is because the thing where I switch between Stamina and Health Food into Stamina Regen and Health, it really helps out. Like, you saw how it bumps up my regen from like 1500 up to like 2.4k. I have 40 points into Tumbling. That's how we have it. The thing is here, you want to have these 4 pieces as impen, because right here they don't come in impen. Like Himja doesn't come in impen, so I use Divines, and I have Prosperous just for, you know, getting rich for picking up enemies that I kill, because I couldn't get Divines. And I use 2 rings. So guys, if you're wondering about this set and you want to know how it works in solo PvP and group PvP, like in this video, like after my explanation, I'll be adding some videos that would show how this build works in solo PvP, how I use it, and how I use my terrain, you know, where I tell you like I kill a Storm Atronach and I instantly go kill a guy, and how it also works in group play. It's a really effective build. It's really good. It's like has really good survival and a lot of damage. So if you enjoyed this build video or enjoyed the content that I provide, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, follow my Twitch, and I'll be trying to release as many builds as I can. But first, I always have to test them out and see if they work. And I hope to see you guys pretty soon. Have a good day. So first thing you'll notice in this clip, I have no buffs on, no rally, only continuous attack, no pot. So I'm gonna go and hit these guys with a Dawnbreaker. And I'm gonna kill one instantly. I get the buff, my Steel Tornadoes are hitting for like 7k. I turn around and hit this guy for like a 13k Dawnbreaker. I still have the buff. And it shows like how strong this set can be. Whenever you do a group bomb and you kill multiple people, bam, you have the buff always activated. And you can instantly kill people like in less than a couple seconds. So this is an example of when I say you can kill a lot of things to buff yourself. So I'm going to kill this Storm Atronach to get the buff. And after that I'm going to turn on this Sork and I'm going to instantly kill him. As you can see, my jabs are hitting for like 4k. I think I got like 4 of them for like 4.2k. Here's another clip in Broom, I think, where I instantly kill players and I get the buff and I keep on going on, like using my surroundings to buff myself up with damage. Kill this guy, got the buff. Then go after this guy, do the same thing. You know, kill him, get the buff. As you can see, there's like a lot of things going to be happening around you. You got Engine Guardians, guards, whatever, and all that stuff. It's really strong set. Like the buff lasts for 3 seconds, but it is really strong. It's enough to kill a player instantly. I get the buff here and I hit this guy for like a 7k Burning Light, and he instantly dies.